In this video, we'll be talking about the introduction to Python and as well as we'll cover the technical strengths of Python. So the very first thing to talk about is what is Python. Now, when it comes to define Python, Python is a high-level object-oriented language used in various fields like your program scripting, component integration, rapid prototyping, database programming, and many more. See, Python is a language that is optimized for your programmer productivity, your code readability, and software quality. Python lets you work more quickly and integrate your system more effectively. Next, the charm of the Python lies in its ease of syntax. Syntactically, the Python code looks like executable pseudocode. Code written in Python are more readable and smaller than the code written in the other languages. Next, the Python provides simplicity and ease of using the scripting language along with more advanced software engineering tools. Basically, Python's toolset places it between traditional scripting languages such as your TCL, Perl, etc. and system development languages such as your C and C++ and Java. Moving ahead, we'll talk about the technical strengths of Python. There are some technical strengths of Python which makes Python a very best language to work with on. So the very first is your object-oriented. Now talking about object-oriented, Python is an object-oriented language. It provides all the features and functionalities which are supported by any object-oriented language. That is, Python supports polymorphism, operating overloading, inheritance, and serves powerful code structuring. See, OOP is remarkably easy to apply as all the conceptual manipulation or operations is done by using the relevant object mode. Python's this OOP nature makes it ideal as the scripting tool for your other object-oriented system language. Moving ahead, next one is the open source. Now talking about this open source, Python is completely free to use and distribute. Python is developed under an OSI approved open source license, making it freely usable and distributable even for the commercial use. OSI is nothing new but an open source initiative. What the people do is that they allow the software to be freely used, modified and shared. In simple terms, this is kind of a license agreement between Python Software Foundation and an individual or organization whosoever is accessing that software. Moving ahead, we have the next feature, that is portable. Now, Python can compile and run on virtually every major platform that is currently in use. As a partial list, Python is available for all your Linux, Unix, Windows, Mac OS, Solaris, etc. In fact, it is also available for the cell phone running some winning operating systems, your Windows Mobile, your gaming consoles, iPods. You can use Python on tablets and smartphones running Google's Android and Apple iOS. Moving ahead, we have the next strength, that is your powerful. Now, Python provides all the simplicity and ease of using a scripting language along with more advanced software engineering tools typically found in compiled languages. Unlike some scripting languages, this combination makes Python useful for large-scale development projects. Some of the main things you need to find in your Python's toolbox are built-in tools, dynamic typing, automatic memory management, library management, etc. So from a features perspective, Python can be hybrid very easily. Moving ahead, the next feature is the Mixable. Now, Python programs can easily be glued to the components in other languages in a variety of your ways. For example, Python's C API lets C programmers call and be called by the Python programs easily. That means you can add functionalities to the Python system as per need and use Python programs written within the other systems. Moving ahead, the next is easy to use. Now, compared to the alternatives like C++ and Java, C# Python programming is easy to use and astonishingly simple. There are no intermediate compile in your links type. To run a Python program, you simply need to type it down and run it. So as compared to the other languages like C, C++, Java and Perl, Python is very easy when it comes to its use. Next is easy to learn. When compared to the other widely used programming language, the core Python language is remarkably easy to learn. You can use or you can learn Python very easily, whether you are a first time programmer or experienced with some other language.